December. This is still December 13th, 2024. I told you today at Red Lobster, guys came in. We found out a sitting judge knows what's going on. Well, my one boss, his sister is a sitting judge. He went to his sister, told him what I said happened here. She's like, oh, they can tell people they were in your home. They can run around telling people. But the day they prove it, they're going to go to jail a long time. It's illegal to be in somebody's home. He talked to the police that work for it. Said they could never use anything on those tapes before. See, that's where Officer Reinhardt Louisville. When I told them about the shower scene, the other room, bruises, I couldn't explain, throwing up, heart racing, and they said they were using sodium pentothal drug me and told me to say stuff. He crossed his arms, he started laughing. He said, I don't care what they say they got. I don't care what they said they did. Until that FBI agent agreed to protect you and had statements at the threat of life. He also had to have a court order. Even the FBI would go to jail for being in your home before. It's illegal to look and listen. Went to a criminal attorney. Okay? Dave can't hire Pete or anybody on his own. Nobody could be in your home. Not even the FBI. Nobody can be. You have to have a court order. It's the Fourth Amendment in the Constitution. It's constitutional rights. The right to privacy over the home. Like the Stark County Prosecutor's Office said, it's a fraud scheme, Karen, where they laugh in your face, they Photoshop that shower scene in the other room. They probably did. It's clicking and pasting. And where you have bruises you couldn't explain, headache, throwing up, almost passing out, severe personal infection. And they were claiming they were drug beating, raping you, and drugging you and telling you to say stuff. They probably did. You had all the signs of being drug being raped. Actually seen by a doctor for it and documented. Okay? It's a fraud scheme. They did the biggest mistake. They did it in your home. It's the Fourth Amendment. No one could be in your home before. Went to the Portage County Sheriff's. Miss Hall, it was none of our officers in your home, nor did we have knowledge of it. And what these people are saying they did it was illegal. I said it's the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution. Police and agencies can only be in a home under a threat of life with statements in a court order. Yes. It's illegal to look and listen. Yes. Ravenna Police knew nothing about it. Abigail Watkins, Portage County Prosecutor's Office, knew nothing about it. Why? Because Dave told people he hired Pete on his own. Okay? You know how you have neighbors, you see them, but you don't know them? About 4 or 5 houses down on John Thomas Road outside Ravenna, there was an older white guy with a silver car. We always seen him walk in his home. He shows up, in the last of 21, first of 22. Walks into McDonald's on Whipple. I'm tired of this. He said her ex-husband showed up in the store of Ravenna, screamed out he didn't want his wife anymore. Asked all those people to help get rid of her, and they all agreed to help. It was the people in the store of Ravenna doing it to her before. For Dave hired Pete on his own. See, on the third day up there, we had went to the third or fourth day up there, we went to the storage unit. Got our bed, and we had wood bed slots, the railings. One, about it, 1 by 3, slots that go across to hold them, the box spring up. A child could pick it up. They're almost weightless. Looks like he can't pick it up. I'm like, oh, come on, I can pick that up. He picks it up, he smacks me in the face, breaks my teeth. They're spewing out blood and teeth. I'm like, why? You learn not to smart off to me. He runs and jumps in my car and takes off. Okay? I had to have a lot of dental work done. Okay? And we talk about it on a tape. Within 2 or 3 days, we're back down at that storage unit. When we get home, the door's kicked into the wall. That's when they're supposed to done the butt cameras. They stay and don't report it. Another realtor's passing out keys. Okay? By the second week, I'm stabbing around the front yard, almost collapsing in front of the neighbor. My heart's racing. I got bruises on me. Running over, can I help you? I don't know what's wrong with me. I'll mow your lawn for you. For some god awful reason, I was going to mow the lawn. I was probably going to do it before they attacked me. I have no memory of it. Just woke up like that. And I was like, I don't have money to pay you. Neighbors don't pay each other. It does small talk and then talks me into letting them mow the lawn. Everybody knew it happened. It kept happening. The only thing new to me was the house. We had got a water treatment system, and the well water was orange-brown. And I was showering in it. We brought in bottled water to cook and drink, but you had to take a shower, wash your hands. And I thought just showering in it was giving me cancer. I never seen or talked to anybody before the FBI, and I never even had my neighbors in my home. So if these people wouldn't have confessed they were hurting me, and they were running a sextortion scam of photoshopping and washing, laughing in my face, and where I had bruises before, throwing up, and in fact, they were having me drug beat and raped under drugs. They were having me drugged for fake confessions, and how they did their extortion plan. Okay? You could never get money out of it. It's not even admissible. People, like this one officer said, people are thinking stupid. No one can do this. Okay? It's just like they made... Okay, I was in a restaurant, and there was apostolic people, and from Blaylocks, and they started laughing at me for the shower scene in the other room. Oh, hell no. I know this one waitress, and I started talking about how demonic my ex-husband was with that drug addict girlfriend of his, Michelle. Now, I didn't know about her till later. That, you know, how I was waking up with a bruises, throwing up, infected. And she was having men drug beat and rape me. And drugged for a fake confession. And they're like, is that how they got her to say all that stuff? Say what? I never seen her talk to anybody. People yell stuff at me, and you look like Looney Tunes. I never talked to anybody. And how they brag they put clips together, made it a porn, and how that they admitted it was a shower scene in the other room. And how demonic and satanic and godless the people were that did it to me. They look like they were going to throw up. And I was going on about that Michelle being cartel. They said that Will gave all the money to Michelle so they wouldn't kill her. You cannot get money out of threatening to kill someone. You know, when kidnappers kidnap somebody and they give them ransom money, then they go, if the person back alive, they get them. You can't threaten to kill somebody for money. And extort money, you go to jail for that. Like life in federal. Just like these idiots. They have all these different scams running. Okay? Mel's kids got caught stating in a legally bugged house on Thanksgiving of 18 that they made everything up. And they wanted that drug cartel girl, Michelle, to get my house. For the house wasn't meant for Grandma, it was meant for Auntie Shell, and Papa and Grandma needs to get out. Then later on to Florida, they were making up games of pretend. Okay? Sick, mean games of pretend, I found out. John defends me that Mel would just have to make up something because of a divorce, his ex-wife. And, but nobody could say anything bad. John for church people make up something too, but trust me, Mom, nobody could ever say anything bad about you. Don't worry about it. I told him you're going through a divorce and you're moving out. This is going to be made up. I said, well, you shouldn't have said anything till it happened. Well, I did. And since nobody could say anything bad about you, don't worry about it. Please taped them all. Okay? That's where this guy, Kurt, they had fooled him. And in May of 21, he found out. Well, the Starr County sheriffs were laughing. Now, they got caught stating on Thanksgiving of 18 that they made everything up. The police even announced it. And Walmart 62 and 18. Why are they having those kids make all that shit up? Well, they're just trying to scare her out of the house. That's it. We interviewed her whole family. They spoke highly of her. Okay? And like Officer John on January 12th, 22, when those kids get custody, they made everything up. Like Flora on October 23rd, 2019, read them out to a bunch of adults. Of course it never happened. Of course it wasn't true. We made it up. They were games to pretend. Giggle, giggle, giggle. Same thing, October 5th, 21, or in Huntington Bank, they were talking about Melissa lying. We would never want Melissa to get money out of this. That's okay. They knew they made everything up. They didn't want anybody to help her. My client that I was with went, who on earth is that crazy Melissa? They all talk about lying. I said my ex-daughter-in-law had the kids make up a game of pretend on Thanksgiving of 18 in front of the police. He's like, they're still talking about her lying. She's crazy for making up stuff in front of the police. I said, I know she is. Okay? Well, that's where Mayor 21, the Stark County Sheriff, said Kurt just found out those kids were lying. He's slow. He tells everybody to stay out of this because the cops called him slow. People made up the scenario. Oh, they stole all the money from Melissa. Why? She got caught telling the kids a lie, and the kids stating they made everything up. You don't just make up something. There's no trial of finding somebody guilty. Because you got caught stating, as they call them, fucking lying little dirty bastards. Calling that in front of Becky for those fucking lying dirty little bastards. Okay? Okay? You can't just make up something on somebody and say it in front of the cops and that you're laughing. That they're jokes. Don't get money out of that. Oh, and then they made up a scenario. They were going to get money out of the shower scene in the other room. Well, today, with my boyfriend in the car, I called my daughter-in-law, Jen, on Christmas Eve of 22. I confronted her and Nanny. Did you know about the 6th day when they kicked in my door to the wall when we were at the storage unit? Yes. Did you know about button cameras? No. Did you know about a shower scene in the other room to make me look weird? No. Okay? Did you remember the bruises, orange, lemon, grapefruit sized bruises all over me, almost collapsed in front of the neighbor by the 2nd week? And it kept happening. I kept getting sick. Yeah, I remember that. Did you know they were drugging me and beating me and telling me to say weird on molester stuff? No. Thought you were working too hard and bruising too easy. I didn't think about it. Kids came out of the room and they hugged me. Grandma's out. What's going on? We didn't know. My phone's tapped by the police for the FBI case. Like, the officers assigned to me. There to document and verify everything every day. Never watch FBI on TV, the bullshit of them looking through people's phones and recording, even when they're not on it. FBI informant, bullshit. Cars bugged, homes have been bugged, and these people hacked into the login and sold it. That or that dirty agent that told on me sold the government technology. Okay? It's one of the two. M13 is live streaming protected custody cases to arrest the people in protected custody. It's like Google. Okay? Alright. But illegal monitoring is a felony of invasion of privacy. The 4th Amendment in the Constitution. You have the right of the people to be safe and secure within your own person. No one can touch you unless you want them to. It's assault. Your places, your homes, your papers, and effects against all unreasonable searches or seizures shall not be violated. Your home can't be violated. Okay? No searches, no seizures, but upon probable cause warranted, you have to have a court order. On people, places, and things to be searched and seized. Because of the right to remain quiet, and the right to an attorney, a right to a fair court trial, bail and bond, and the right to privacy. Police and agencies can only be in a home under a threat of life with statements. Otherwise, it's a legal search and seizure. That's where the guy from the Starr County Prosecutor's Office started laughing and said they made the biggest mistake they did at your home. It's a fraud state. Everything's digital. They could take words out of sentences, tape over, make it look like you're saying something you didn't. They could put your head on somebody else's body. Hair color, eye color, clothing, and scenery. They can change everything. Them laughing in your face in front of people, they photoshopped a shower scene in the other room. They probably did. And like I said, their tapes are so far altered. March 1st to 3rd of 21, they said they put 2 clips together, put her in a porn. It's not her son. Well, March 13, 21, I went to Mercy Medical. A lady came in, no man was ever to touch her. Okay? Nurse and a guy comes in. The only thing that they had you on was adjusting yourself. The guy said, that's sick. Said, no, she simply wiped off water with clothes on. The guy said, that's sick. She said, no, she simply brushed it off. She just adjusted herself. He said, that's sick. She said, no, it's actually funny. They didn't have anything else. It's actually really funny. Then they started saying you touched her. Later on, they started saying you touch yourself, you expose yourself. You touch yourself, look weird. I literally pooped out blood for days. My stomach bled. I've been raped, I've been tortured, I've been human trafficked. My skull's been bashed in. And all the horror I lived through, they sold it for public entertainment, and it was reality. Okay? And it's like, you did what else to me? And then I got to think they're playing me. They probably put my head on somebody else's body. It's clipped together, made of porn. Then I got to thinking, what would you be doing? If you touch yourself, you expose yourself, you're undressing. You touch yourself, look weird, but not weird. What are you doing? You'd be putting yeast infection cream on? Or did you get undressed, get in the shower, and you're washing yourself? My friend Matt said it sounds like you were washing. You have to wash yourself at one point or another. You'll smell. Sounds like showering. Washing. I said I kept showering and I walked outside to smoke. She figured out what they did. No laughing at me. May 12th, 22 at noon, they found a tape of them omitting a shower scene in the other room. May 26th, 22 at noon, the shower scene was done on purpose. My client, Navarre, the White House before hers in 22, in February and March of 22, they told her that Pete ordered everything to be drugged, photoshopped, and made up on me. Okay? Just like at the Oakwood apartment, December 9, 24, all the tapes before were them and not me. And it's just a bunch of men doing crimes down here. Same day, white man, bald with dark eyes, distributing food at the Starr County Hunger Task Force on I Street. They always knew the tapes before were them and not me, so they never said a word. Okay? They admitted framing me March 24, 22, 1:30. Drugged and told to say it from the beginning of the case. That little white man coming up saying he worked for Dave and he was using sodium pentothal on me and had drugged me up and told me to wear a nightgown and butt line and threatened me. And then other people laughing in my face where you had bruises before throwing up, and in fact they were actually drug beat and raping you. They had drugged you and told you to say this. They drugged you and told you to say that. They said they photoshopped all their lies. They raised some guy named Chris out of the room. I never had a Chris in my house. They said he was one of the main people hurting me. They need to find out who he is. He's harming people in their homes. Let's see, then May 25th, 21, 8/9/21, January 19th, 22, and February 2nd, 22, of being drugged and told to say it before, under police surveillance. They admitted they made up retired Judge Pete and everything again on me on March 20th, 24, in Walmart 62. The police have taped all this. Eric made fun of everybody November 18th, 22. See, that's where I asked Danny and Jen if they knew about that jackass Eric, the one they call Eric. Of all the tapes before were me and not her, and it was my idea to come up with it, my idea to do it, my idea to say it, for all these people turn around and they fell for it. Ha 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 ha. Okay? And they said no, but if he confessed, he probably's long gone. Well, I talked to my daughter-in-law Jen on the phone, let my boyfriend listen. And I said, we were talking about things. I said, remember when I asked you if you knew about that Eric and that button cameras and you didn't know? Yeah. And he confessed how I laughed everything was him and not me? Yes. He started laughing. And I said, you know, her one employee had said that he fell 3 feet at work and he had his head and he's got a head injury. She didn't think he fell far enough to actually have one. Well, I Googled, you can actually have a disabled head injury even from that far. And I said, well, you know, I told you Dave was messed up in crimes, that Pete and Michelle's drug cartel. And I said one of those drug dealers on 12/28/118 had bashed me in the back of the head, and I got a big dent in my head. That's why I stutter or slur my words when I get upset. And my boyfriend's like, it's the size of a ball-peen hammer imprint. They told me it should have been fatal. He beat, raped me, left me for dead. He admitted in Bob Evans in January 19 that he held me down during that attack. I told my daughter-in-law that, and I said, Dixie's seen him following me, the white-haired guy with his hair on his side, stalking me several times in Maslin. She's like, none of this is funny. I said, that's why Dave fled. The marshals have been arresting them. The drug cartel they were messed up with. I said, I keep trying to tell you, he was part of a lot of crimes, and that agent that went up and told on me to that church hasn't been part of the FBI since 18. And I said, this is why all this happened. He hasn't been part of the FBI since 18. I said, people have talked that he's got arrested for telling on me. He's probably at least got fired. I said, but the marshals have been arresting the cartel that he was messed up in. They got 160 or 180 out of Summit County in September of last year, end of September, and while he was gone. And that's why in November when they got back, he freaked out and he fled. And I said, they've been here for about 2 years. They got that big 800 people sweep and more. I said, my neighbor went to Faith Family Church and those big truck guys. Michelle was with them, and I said, they were at Faith Family Church impersonating the FBI, working my case. He's seen them. He went to the U.S. Marshals, and one of the guys they took, he got to meet him. They saved his life off of this. She's like, none of this is funny. No, it's not. You cannot get money. Racketeering is drugs, rape, threats, and attempted extortion under it. Sextortion is taking naked pictures of somebody, photoshopped or not, and trying to extort money out of them. I talked to a retired CIA agent about this. She said, you know, it's a good thing you reported that when you found out they were taping in the bathroom. With the children using the bathroom, you could have been considered an accessory to kiddie porn. It's a good thing my family didn't know, because they would have went to jail for kiddie porn. Like they said, people even said, anybody seen they were in her home before? We all know they take those kids going potty. See, they sold it on the internet. They'll all get listed child molesters. You can't get money. Andrew Derabeck up in Ravenna had 7 victims. Were getting naked pictures of people without their permission and trying to extort money. It's extortion. It's cyber stalking. These people are more vile. They are breaking in people's homes, lacing drinks, stabbing them with needles, raping them, human trafficking them under drugs, and the poor victim wakes up with the bruises, throwing up, heart racing, dizzy, almost passing out, and severely infected. They have no idea what happened to them. Drugged for fake confessions. They're so weird. They try to tell people they had sodium pentothal reports where they're drugging that victim up and telling them to say something stupid and photoshopping washing in a drug scam. Like Officer Mark said, in August of 23, that it was documented and verified she was framed before, and it was a drug cartel in her home before. Like the North Canton Jackson officer, April 28th, 24, and Walmart on the Strip, Karen. We all know nobody drugs anybody, but the drug cartel. And there was a drug cartel in your home before, and we all know that guy told on you before. The agent where I called the hotline, where he picked up my case, he went, before he talked to me, they had kept me so drugged up when he called me. Went to voicemail. I woke up later. Went to the bathroom. Had to hold on to the wall, to the bathroom, to the refrigerator. What's wrong with me again? Got back in bed, listened to the voicemail. This is agent da-da-da-da-da. Call me back. Now they have his number and they keep me drugged up so they can get to him. And by federal law, he was to arrest him. If you hire someone to hurt someone or to kill them, it's hiring a hitman. It's a federal crime for him hiring Pete on his own to harm me. And so they could get to that agent. And that agent went around telling all the churches and met with all the church people. I called the hotline. Up at Apostolic Church of Barberton 3 days later, he's seen in front of the police and other people telling on me. And he's telling people he knew I was being drug beat and raped, and he didn't care about rape victims. Over a pathetic lie of faking you were sick and faking you got well 15 years ago. Strange made up that pathetic lie when he thought he was following Tim and Katie. Yeah, and according to the police, that agent told everyone he was only acting that way to get the drug dealers. And on a recorded line the next day, he admitted that he met with all the church people and that family several times. He bullies me into false statements under threats of arrest, laughs at me. For someone told on me the night before, you're a liar. Tell him about the guy that threatened to knife me at Giant Eagle, calls me a liar. Badgering laws. See, that's where I went out to eat with an officer. I gotta upload this.